Welcome to this afternoon's broadcast. You can see the sun is quite sunny. It's a lovely weather, and we are here to have fun. Remember, today we are looking at 3 foods that you need to drop this week. We are starting with 3. I'm going to give you the reason why you should drop some foods from your menu, because remember, for Wellness Niger, we are here to have a natural way of being healthy. Okay, that's what our Wellness Niger is. I just want to tell those that are supposed to be here that we are live. We are live. Let them join us now. So who is on Facebook? If you've joined me live, you can greet, so I can welcome you to this afternoon's broadcast. We are live. Join us now. All right, okay. Remember that wellness is a necessity for good life, and whatever saves you pain is actually great gain for you. It's great gain for you. And in Wellness Niger, we are here to help you stay away from the hospital. That's one of the main reasons, so that you can use natural things you can find around you to be healthy, okay, and make sure that you're living the best of life you have, removing stress, teach you how you can do stress management. And even at this middle age, we find out that one of the main issues we're having is sleep disorder, and these are part of the things we're going to be learning. So whatever saves you pain is great gain. What are those stress, those issues that are making you unhealthy? Make sure that you join us on Wellness Niger and become the best that you can be. It's a class running for 6 weeks, and for 6 weeks a lot of us will have real change of life, real better health, and actually enjoy. Okay, so let me just see those who are on Facebook and see if I'm welcoming anyone. Remember to join me on my other social media platform: Facebook Aging with Grace, YouTube Aging with Grace, and also Instagram with Aging with Grace, TikTok Aging with Grace. Okay, we're here for you to give you the best of life that you can ever think of. Healthier you, happier you, better you. Okay, so if you've joined me live, you can greet, so I can welcome you to this afternoon's broadcast. It's not going to be a very long one, because we have a lot to deal with, and we need to go back for those in the chat room and handle them one by one so that they can actually join us. So, you know, if you want to nourish your body and empower your life, it's absolutely a goal that every middle-aged woman should aim for. All right, okay, all right. Okay, so I can see those who are trying to chat me there. Okay, so people are coming into Zoom. You're highly welcome. Nonya, you're welcome. Princess Caroline, you're welcome. Thank you for joining up with me. All right, so as women navigating this transformative journey of midlife, okay, it's not strange to us to have some challenges of menopause, stress, sleep disorder, life and work balance, and things like that. But what if you could take control of your health and well-being, starting with the food on your plate? 1, your lifestyle. 2, okay, and then also thinking about your other 8 dimensions of health. What if this is a possibility? And I've helped a lot of women. This year alone, I can count up to 20 women I've helped to take up their life and their health in their hands and make sure that they are healthy through natural means. Okay, so today we are going to be discovering how the right food can help us to alleviate symptoms, boost our energy, support our overall health, and make sure we are sleeping better. And like I said, this is a paid course, and I'm actually just giving back by trying to give you some tips also on Facebook free. But those who have their paid course, who are in the paid class, you're going to be getting deeper and much better things. After today, we'll be able to start off drawing your menu, okay, your personal menu, if you are in the paid course. So if you have not paid, it's still an opportunity for you to pay. It's not late. No matter when you pay this week, I will still onboard you and make sure that you come up to the stage where we are. All right, okay? So we're going to discover the right food today that can actually alleviate menopausal symptoms and boost our energy and also help us have better sleep. From Nigerian traditional dishes, we're going to be talking about Nigerian foods, okay, because this is Wellness Naija May. Okay, and then also to modern twists that we can have. We will learn how we can make informed choices that will nourish our bodies and also empower our lives, okay? So we're all highly welcome. I think Edith wants to join us. Let me bring her in. So as middle-aged women who are looking to live healthier and overcome sleep issues, overcome pains and aches, menopausal symptoms, stress, depression, it's very, very essential for us to pay good attention to our diet. And we're going to be looking at some Nigerian food, some ingredients, and also some continental food that we need to limit and that we also need to avoid, okay? So like I have a summary which everyone, if you're in the class, please write it down, because when we are drawing your menu, these are some of the things I'm going to be asking you and sharing with you, and you also need to note this, because we just have to produce results. We have to get that better life, okay? Hello Ifoma, you're welcome. You're joining us on Facebook. There are some other people who have joined who have not greeted. Ngozi, Adero, Jacobs, oh, there are so many people. I can't greet all of you. I want this to be, but if you greet, I greet you back. So the summary of what you should avoid. In fact, I always say that you should avoid it, eliminate it, and kill it from your food. Eliminate completely sugar from your food at mid-age. Please, you need to write it down. Eliminate sugar completely, and saturated fats. Eliminate saturated fat. I call it the 3 S's that must be eliminated or reduced, okay? So the first S to be eliminated is sugar. You need to eliminate sugar from your food. The second S that should be eliminated is saturated fats. And the third S that should be reduced, now I'm not saying eliminate, is salt, that's sodium, okay? Sodium and sugar, that's SS, okay? Now look out for them in every meal and snack. Exterminate the one that needs to be exterminated and eliminated, and reduce the one that needs to be reduced, okay? I've already mentioned that. Now there are 7 sets of foods you need to limit, avoid, or eliminate. Limit, avoid, or make sure, when I say eliminate, don't even touch it, okay? For these 21 days, don't touch it. I'm going to prove to you that this food are some of the things that are bringing inflammation to your system, that there are some of the things that are bringing this tiredness, aches, and pains that we are talking about. So for these 21 days, do me a favor, eliminate them, avoid most of these things we are talking about. I'm going to be telling you the one you should remove for these 21 days and the one you should avoid, okay? Now remember, for those of us in the class, I will teach you how you can make your food delicious without adding some of those things you feel that is what you should do, okay? I'm not going to give away those tips to those who did not pay for the course. It's for you. So I'm going to be sharing with you videos of how to make those foods, scripts of how to make those foods, and the menu that we can actually get from those foods by the time we come to the class. So 7 sets of food to limit to avoid. Oh my goodness, I'm enjoying this weather. It's sunny, it's windy, it's cool. The first one is refined carbohydrates. Refined carbohydrates. Please do me a favor, for those of us who are in the class, begin to eliminate, reduce, and I use the word exterminate completely, okay? Now limit the quantity and frequency of white rice that you're eating. Exchange it with brown rice, and exchange it with some of the vegetables that you can use as rice that I'll be teaching you in the group for those of us who are in the class. Okay, white bread, please exchange white bread for whole grain bread. Okay, now, and I'm also going to be teaching you how you can make bread without using flour, because flour is one of the things that causes the inflammation. So for those of us in the group, I'm going to teach you an alternative to white bread. Okay, when we are doing your menu, as you bring out your food that you normally like doing, I will give you the alternative because it's personal. So the next stage we're going into next week now, everybody will write out all the food that you eat. I will look at it personally, and then I will give you the better alternative to it. Then that's from there that we will make your menu plan for those of us in the class. And if you have not joined the class or you don't know about the class, I'll put my WhatsApp number now. It's a 21 days class that we're having for women 40 and above who want to have their life back, sleep better, have their energy back, their stamina back, reduce aches and pains, and actually bring down the numbers, all those bad numbers of cholesterol and things like that. Okay, so I put my WhatsApp number. My WhatsApp number is, mute yourself meanwhile if you're on Zoom, please. If you're on paid class and you're on Zoom, 703-515-1642. So my WhatsApp number is +234 703 515 1642. Okay, so you can chat me, so you can get the course is very, very cheap. It's just 10,000 naira. I'm putting in a lot, and like I told them on Monday, that's the cheapest you can ever find this course in this world again. The next class I'm having, I've already started even working on it. They might not have as much, because I'm going to grade it up onto 1 million naira. That's the truth about it. 50,000 will be the least, 1 million will be the highest, and they are not going to be getting so much. Yes, it's going to be much more personalized, but I'm giving you people all that you need, because this is my first fruit, like I said in the last class. So I'm giving you much more than what 10,000 can get anywhere in the world. Okay, so sugary snacks is another thing you need to avoid and exterminate. That's refined carbohydrate is group number 1. Group number 2 of food you need to eliminate from your meals, avoid and limit, would be processed meats. Okay, you need to reduce the consumption of processed meat, something like suya. We all know suya. For those of us in Nigeria, there are some people who every night as they are passing, they are buying suya, they are eating suya, they are using suya as their meat. You need to reduce the consumption, because you don't know how they process those foods. Sometimes they soak them into sugar, so much salt, so much spices that are not good, and they are giving it to you. Like for those of us abroad, bacon, sausages, and canned meats, you need to also reduce it. Okay, so processed meats are not good for us. The third group of food will be fried foods. Please do me a favor. If you are in my class, go and get either air fryer, or make sure that most foods that you fry, you reduce the frying and take them steamed, boiled, like that, and they will do you more good. Like fried plantain. Instead of frying your plantain, why don't you do boli bokwa? Okay, for those of us in Nigeria, they will understand. Put it inside the grill, make boli out of it. It's very delicious. Akara, you don't have to fry your akara with so much oil. And all those oil that we find around us, they are saturated, oil, trans fat and things like that. They are not good for us. Puff, meat pie, all these ones. There are healthier snacks, which I'm going to be teaching those of us in the class also, how you can actually have your akara. It will taste well and nice, and you're not frying it in deep oil. How you can actually make some pastries using healthier nuts, flour. Okay, fantastic. I'm going to be dropping all those videos for you and links for you to watch them and make them, if you're joining us in the class. So like I said, if you've not joined the class, don't miss this opportunity. because the same you're going to pay for this course at a higher price. I'm telling you. The fourth group is high sugar food. High sugar food. Remember, after I have finished giving you these 7 groups, then you personally will tell me for this week the 3 you're going to drop. When you tell me those 3, I will give you the alternative that you can use to still have that delicious enjoyment without having the wrong food to eat. Okay, so for those of us in the class, be taking your notes and be noting which of these foods you have been taking that you're going to drop this week. You drop some this week, drop some next week, drop some the upper week, and as you're dropping, you're exchanging them with healthier ones. So like I said, the fourth one will be high sugar food. You need to reduce consumption of foods that are with high sugar, whether they are processed sugar or natural sugar. Okay, even natural sugar, if you take them in large quantity without moderation, they are not good for you. Like drinks, soda drinks, for those of us abroad who take desserts, sweetened yogurt, you know, they will tell you Greek yogurt or sweetened, you go for the sweetened. You need to reduce and stop some of those things. High sugar food, we need to cut them off completely. Like and have some alternatives which we are going to be sharing by the time we are in the chat room in our class. The fifth group of food is caffeine and alcohol. You need to limit caffeine intake. There are some of us who are coffee addicts. Okay, you need to start reducing the quantity. Take it in moderation, and also the timing. I was so excited because those of us who have submitted our assignment 1 for our workbook, most of us, we all talked about reducing late night food, and that made me so excited. That's one of the things that is causing inflammation in your system and bringing oxidative stress and things like that for you also. So that late night food, I was excited. So like coffee, it's better for you to reduce it, especially in the evening. Stop it from 3 p.m. Don't take coffee again. In fact, 2 p.m. don't take coffee again. And of course, 1 cup a day is okay. Yes, I know it has its benefits, but the negative part of it is even more than that benefit. Okay, so take it in very good moderation so that you can improve your sleep quality. Okay, coffee, caffeine, tea, I don't want to call the company, but you all know all those drinks that have caffeine in them, whether they are not coffee or tea. Reduce them. Some salt minerals that have caffeine in them. Then the 6th set of food you need to avoid, reduce, or watch the timing is spicy foods. Especially if you're experiencing hot flushes and night sweats, you need to consider reducing your spice consumption. I personally, I love spices a lot. Like those of you that knew, when I traveled to Morocco, I went spice shopping and I was able to get 22 different spices. Okay, and I came home with them. Plenty because I know I wasn't going back there in the nearest time, so I bought a lot of them. I love spices. Now I'm not having kind of hot flushes because I take a lot of spices, but I don't have hot flushes because I already have what I'm using to make sure that my body I prevent hot flushes, and that's our Vitalized Women. I have been on Vitalized Women. This is the secret of reduction of hot flashes for me. Okay, so I take my Vitalized Women. In fact, this is the second bottle. I've been away for up to one month, going to 6 weeks. So I just opened this bottle last week. It's still a bit full. I finished the 1 bottle I came with. So I take my spices anyhow because the only thing that the spices does is that it increases the chances and risk of you having hot flushes, night sweat. So, and I love spices, so I just got my Vitalized Women. I take my Vitalized Women, I take my spices. So there are some things like that when you want to take them from time to time, you look for how to avoid. Also, like sometimes when I travel and I'm not making my own food, I always, you see, I have my Forever Lean, I have my Garcinia with me because I'm a missionary. And sometimes when people give you food, you can't say no. And because I cannot say no, what do? I always travel with this. So anytime I'm not the one that cooked my food and I must take what they have made, 20 minutes before food, I take my Garcinia, and then just before I eat, I take my Forever Lean. Why do I do this? So that whatever, like all those wrong saturated fats, and of course this is not all the time, refined carbohydrates, if they serve me, I don't complain. But so I also, if I have opportunity to change it, I tell the people. But if I know that, oh, I can't change this is just what it has to be, I make sure I take these ones so that I can block them from entering my system. So what happens? They channel the digestion of the carbohydrates and make sure that they go out, and they give enough fiber so that they can go be digested, and I pass them out without it entering my system. So this is also what, you know, one can do if one has that. But if you're the one making your meal, like for those of us who are in the class, you need for now to make sure you're making your meals. I'm just saying this by the way, because sometimes you find out that you can't help some of this situation. So if you have 100% organic and natural supplements that can actually help you, like the ones we manufacture in America, very, very good, you can actually have them. So the 7th group of food will be high sodium food. Okay, high sodium food, that's food with so much salt. Limit foods with high in sodium and salt, like all these processed snacks, tinned food. Some of them, they put a lot of sodium for preservation, so you need to make sure you limit them. And if you must take them, make sure you wash out and actually remove salt from them. In the class, if you remind me, I will teach you how you can remove salt from food that is over salted. Okay, all right. So now let's quickly, as we close for the day, and then I will handle those who are in want to check the time, who are in the class, to be able to show them 1 and 1 and 2, and also go through our assignment. We will do the discussion here in the class. Okay, by the time I close the Facebook, we will do the personal discussion. You say your own, I give you the alternative, and then you can go back and do your assignment, because by next week we are supposed to have our menu down so that we can go. You can use that menu week after week. We'll have at least 4 weeks to use that menu, so I can guide you through, okay, bringing some changes for you. Like when we draw out your menu, you try them day 1, day 2. If there are some things that you notice that we need to change, I also guide you to change it until you come with a perfect menu that can give you the best of life that you need. So the foods to enjoy in moderation, the first one is plantain. Why plantain can be nutritious? They are high in carbohydrates. Okay, they are high in carbohydrates, so use and eat plantain in moderation. Unripe ones are better than ripe ones when we are talking about the carbohydrate contents. The second food you must use in moderation is beans. A lot of people are deceived. They think that beans is only protein. No, the carbohydrate in beans is even higher than that of protein. Okay, so you have to use beans in moderation. While beans are a good source of protein, sometimes also the preparation make them not so good for us. Like a lot of us, we use a lot of palm oil. Okay, you remember that palm oil has 50% of monosaturated and 50% of saturated oil, so it's at the borderline, so it's not very good. So you need to use palm oil in moderation. Okay, this can increase the calorie of the food you're eating, so enjoy your beans in moderation. And not, but the healthy options we have, which you can use, of course every food should be used in moderation, but these other ones increase the quantity of this next set of food I'm going to talk about. And the first one is vegetables. Okay, incorporate leafy green vegetables to your meal. In fact, if you can do it every meal, it's better for you. And sometimes it's better for you to start with the vegetables so that they can fill you up before you take this other carbohydrate-filled food. You know, sometimes we are hungry because of our eyes, what we see. How many of you? And that's some of the things I'm going to be teaching those who are in the class. Okay, what you put around you can also motivate you to eat the wrong food. We're going to be discussing that, and I'm going to be teaching you the technique on how to overcome that for those of us who are in the class. And if you have not joined the class, it's not late. You can chat me on my WhatsApp number +234 703 515 1642. There is still room for me to take a few people into the class. By Friday, I close the door for June, for main section, and it will now be June section that we'll be having for those of you who will be in the waiting room for the June until I'm able to start the June class again. All right. Okay, so vegetables. Incorporate leafy green vegetables to your food. Incorporate leafy green vegetables to your food. Spinach, kale, for those of us who are in the Western world, ewedu, tete, okra, shoko, ubogoro. For those of us who are Igbos, we know ubogoro. Lettuce, cabbage, parsley, ugu, okay, okra. These things are all around us. They are all around us. These leafy green vegetables needs to be in every meal we are taking. Use them as snacks. I'm going to be teaching you how you can make them, incorporate them as breakfast, lunch, dinner. Okay, just have them. Have plenty of them. You can never have too much of leafy green vegetables, in quotes. So of course, you know, if you go and carry a drum and eat, you know what it will do to you. Now, fruits, enjoy fruits, okay, but also take fruits as whole fruits and take them in moderation. There are some fruits that are natural sugar, but by the time you take plenty of them, you're adding up a lot of sugar into your system, and it's not good. So fruits like oranges, mangoes, pineapple, berries, pawpaw, pear, apples, bananas, tangerine, so many of them, have a portion of fruits every day if you can afford it, okay? But if you can't afford fruits, you should be able to afford vegetables. That can cover up for it. The third group of food that you need to incorporate and have it, exchanging some of those ones we have talked about, will be whole grains. Consider whole grains like brown rice, whole wheat bread, oats, millet, dawa, or fada rice, okay? For those of us in Nigeria, these are some of the things you need to consider adding up. Exchange some. Okay, I won't give out that for Facebook people. When we are in the group, we're going to do all those exchange. Then the fourth group of food that you need to take and also add up will be lean protein, okay? Include lean protein sources like chicken, fish, especially fish. I've also talked about this into your food. And then instead of taking saturated fats, healthy fats are better for you. You know, you can process your own oil yourself in simple way right there in your kitchen, okay? Very, very easy for you to process. Those of us in the chat room, I'm going to be dropping link for you on how you can get that. So incorporate nuts, okay? Cashew nuts, ground nuts, almond nuts, basil nuts, whichever nut you have in your local environment. We're going to be discussing it. You will list them for me and I'll tell you how you can have them. Avocados, they are also very, very good source of healthy fats, okay? The fifth group. So I said that there are some healthy Nigerian foods you need to incorporate. I talked about vegetables, I talked about fruits, I talked about whole grains, lean protein, and then healthy fats, okay? Now, how do we have our balanced diet? We talk about that and then we close for the day. So I can now have stick with those in the group and we talk about our meal. Now, it's better for you to have a consistent meal routine. So for those of us who need to lose weight, by the time I start our personal talk, I'm going to find out who those people are. You know, some people need to lose weight, some need to add weight, because menopause can either bring weight gain or weight loss. So I cannot give a blanket rule here, okay? So I'll just talk around it generally. You aim for at most 3 meals a day and then 1 or 2 of snacks per day. But if you need to lose weight, then you aim for 2 meals and 1 snack per day. We're going to be discussing all that later. Now, 2, for everyone, whether you need to lose or gain weight, you need to stay hydrated, okay? Where is my bottle of water? I always have my water around me. I've taken quite a number today. I don't know how many of these I've taken today. Okay, I keep forgetting that it has this purple. So stay hydrated. Drink plenty of water throughout the day. But so those of us who are having sleep disorder, like you will see that when your assignment, your workbook that you sent to me, I sent you a tip on water there. And if you have not submitted yours, submit yours, because when you submit it, I go through it and I give you professional and expert advice on the general plan that you should have, because that's what we're working with these 21 days. So for those of us who dropped theirs yesterday, I answered you early this morning. A few people dropped again this afternoon before I came online. So when I finish, I'll go and answer you personally with your name attached to it for you to know that it's you we're talking about, okay? Stay hydrated. Drink plenty of water. Then for your meals also, I've already talked about this. Limit processed food. Choose whole unprocessed food whenever possible, okay? And then take control of your health, because if you make conscious food choices, you can alleviate symptoms, boost your energy, enhance your overall health. And one good thing is that every step counts. Every step counts. And also with persistence and patience, you can achieve a healthier, happier you. So start your journey today. Start your journey today. And if you have not joined us in this class, WhatsApp me immediately. 10,000 naira is nothing you cannot afford to bring the best of life that you can have. And remember, like I said, some people will call me Juna. Hey, ma, sorry, ma, I didn't know. I'm just sharing. No. This time, oh, no more sorry. If I put in my best here, the next class, I tell you, the basic class will be 50,000 and I will upgrade it up to 1 million naira. I'm telling you. Now, start your journey today. Begin by incorporating 1 or 2 healthy changes into your diet this week. And remember, for those of us in the chat room, we're talking about 3 that we're going to remove, and then we will exchange them with better ones. So 3 like that. Then experiment with new recipes and flavors. I'm going to be giving you a lot. I have a lot of books on delicious, healthy foods. I'll pick some of them and I'll drop free of charge for you. Some of those books are 5,000 naira, but you're going to be getting some of the recipes out of them free of charge, okay? All right, now you need to prioritize your self-care and also listen to your body. Always listen to your body. Your body is always speaking to you. Every day is speaking to you. You need to listen to your body, okay? And get this. Take this first step towards a healthier you and happier you now. Make informed choices, stay hydrated, prioritize your well-being. You have got the power to transform your health. You have got the power to live the best of life you can be. Okay? By making these informed decisions and choices, you can support your overall health and your well-being. Remember, wellness is a necessity for good life. Wellness is a necessity for good life. And whatever saves you pain is great gain. Whatever saves you pain is great gain. Thank you for those of us on Facebook for joining me today. Share this link and remember, chat me immediately so that you can join our class. We need to say bye-bye to you while we continue with those on the Zoom, so that we can have a personalized talk, okay? Bye. See you tomorrow. Love you all. Bye.